is going on, everybody? It's Weather with Jonathan here, back again with another weather forecast. And today we are going to be talking about lots of things, especially the Northeast in this video and the West Coast. So we got a long forecast to do and a exciting forecast to do. So let's jump straight into the forecast. Okay, so starting off with the Northeast, we are going to be talking about several rounds of snow potentially in the Northeast, especially for Pennsylvania, New York, New Jersey, Connecticut, Rhode Island, Massachusetts, Vermont, New Hampshire, and Maine. So right now you can see this is currently. So you can see we have lots of snow over central Ohio and southern Ohio, and snow is starting to happen in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. It's snowing across the entire state of Indiana, and it is snowing in northern Kentucky right now. But overnight, this will move very quickly. And you can see in just a very short period of time, this is midnight tonight. So you can see snow is starting to begin near Buffalo. And then you can see all that snow in Pennsylvania, Ohio, Kentucky, and West Virginia. I think it's going to be heaviest around this area tonight in this circle. So it will definitely be heavy. You could expect snow accumulations up to a foot in West Virginia in some areas, especially in the mountains, but we will go over that very shortly. And then you can see this is tomorrow morning. It will be snowing on Long Island and in New York, Connecticut, Rhode Island, Vermont, in New Jersey, maybe a little bit of Pennsylvania. But this will move out by tomorrow evening. And then we are going to be looking at the 22nd because Maine, New Hampshire, Vermont, and the mountains of New York, you guys will be getting hammered with snow. And also Maine, you may not get you haven't gotten any snow recently from these two storms. And you guys are gonna get your refund on snow because this is the snowstorm will start in the northern mountains of New York around 10 p.m. February 22nd, and then the snow will last into Maine until 4 a.m. February 24th. So that's our second round. Then maybe a little round of snow in central Pennsylvania, northern New York, and pretty much the entire state of Maine and northern New Hampshire and Vermont. And that will be on the 26th. Then, guess what? This is a big storm, all right? So, snow will start to hit central Ohio on the night of the 28th. And you can see this is a massive, just truly massive cold front. This is just insane. And this will be there will be a low pressure system. And this will be sitting at 974 millibars. So this will be a low pressured system. And then you can see very heavy snow breaking out across the entire state of New York, central and eastern Pennsylvania, entire state of Delaware, eastern Maryland, entire state of New Jersey, entire state of Vermont, New Hampshire, and most of western Massachusetts, entire state of Connecticut, and Rhode Island. And then Maine, you also will get a big snowstorm from that. And then the snow, and also once again, this is on the 29th. And then you guys will just get maybe another round of some flurries on the 3rd in the Northeast. So let's look at the snow accumulations for this first storm. So this first storm that's going to be happening today, you can see central Ohio 2-3 inches, maybe near Dayton up to 3 inches, eastern Kentucky about 4, 5, 6 inches. Now mountains of West Virginia. So anywhere north of the mountains of West Virginia and northern West Virginia, you guys could expect 3 inches of snow. Now southern West Virginia, 1 to 3 inches of snow. Now central West Virginia. And I am going to say this. This could be a pretty big snowstorm. anywhere from 4 to 10 inches of snow in some higher elevations. And then in near Harrisburg, Pennsylvania, about 4 or 5 inches. Pittsburgh, maybe about 3 inches of snow. And then pretty much this entire area of Pennsylvania and New Jersey will get 3, 4, 5 inches of snow. Then, if you live in central New Jersey, 4 or 5 inches of snow. Southern New Jersey, also 4 or 5 inches of snow. If you live in southern Delaware, you're most likely going to get about 1 to 3 inches. Central Delaware, maybe 3 to 6 inches. Then northern Delaware, 3 to 5 inches, I would say. Now, mountains of New York, for now, you guys will get a light dusting, maybe an inch. Exact same for Vermont, New Hampshire, Massachusetts, Connecticut, Rhode Island, and all. Actually, Maine might not get any snow from this. But then southwestern New York, you guys could expect up 1 to 3 inches of snow from this storm right now. So then you could get maybe about another. If you live in northern New York, you could get about, let's see, about 3, 4 inches of snow from this storm that will come after the one that is happening right now. Same for the Buffalo area, 4, 5, 6 inches of snow. Then another round of snow will come, and this one will be the biggest. This is the one that will start on the 22nd. Now you can see, you could, in some areas, listen, just from this storm, you could expect in northern Maine anywhere from 10 to 18 inches of snow. Central Maine, anywhere from a foot of snow to 2.5 feet of snow in some very small spots. Then northwestern Maine, about a foot of snow. Southeastern Maine, only about 1 to 4 inches. Then extreme southwestern Maine, about 1 to 3 inches, maybe up to a foot also. And then Massachusetts, Connecticut, and Rhode Island, absolutely no snow, maybe a few inches of snow in northwestern Massachusetts. Then, on top of what you already have in northern New York, you guys could expect another 4 inches ish of snow. Then, no more for the other areas that are getting hit with snow right now. Then, the other snowstorm, that will come after that, you guys could expect another like 2 inches if you live anywhere in the Northeast, on top of what you already have. Then, this is the biggest snowstorm by far. Easily, this is the biggest one by far. So this will be the one on the 28th. So you guys, if you live in central Pennsylvania, I would be aware of another 3-ish inches. Same for anywhere in West Virginia. Maryland, another inch or so. Now, Buffalo, New York, you guys could expect around 6 inches. Same for southwestern New York. And then mountains of New York, you guys could expect up to 8 inches on top of what you already have. Vermont, about another 8 inches on top of what you already have. Vermont, about almost 10 inches on top of what you already have. And then Maine, if you live in northern or northwestern, you could expect anywhere from 1 to 7 inches on top of what you already have. Same for, central Maine, you could expect maybe another 3 inches of snow. And then absolutely nothing for southwestern or southeastern Maine. And then, yeah, this is what we could be expecting for the Northeast over the next 2 weeks. So now we're going to be shifting our focus over to the Northwest because an atmospheric river will start tonight for places like Portland, Oregon, Seattle, Medford, Oregon, and Northern California. Maybe a little bit of Southern California. Actually, yes, Sacramento, you guys will get a bunch of rain too. You will get hammered. Now, Seattle, not as much rain as you would think, but the mountains in the Cascades and the Sierras, you guys will be getting hammered with snow. And this rain will not stop for Oregon and California until about the 21st. And then that break will actually last until the 25th, when another snowstorm and rainstorm will come down from Canada and blast the western or the northwestern U.S. with heavy snow and rain. So we're going to look at the total snowfall accumulations real quick from this storm just to get an idea of what you could expect in the mountains. Portland, Oregon, maybe a little dusting of snow. I doubt anything will happen. Near the Mount Shasta region, up to 4 feet of snow potentially. Same for the Sierras, up to anywhere from a foot to 4 feet of snow. Especially if you live near Tahoe. Mount Rainier, Mount St. Helens, Mount Adams, that range in the Cascades, you guys could expect anywhere from a foot, 6 inches of snow to about 2 feet of snow at the highest peaks, especially on Mount St. Helens. Then the Cascades, all the way down into Medford, Mount Hood, another 14 inches of snow, and then anywhere south of that, 8 to 2 feet of snow. 8 inches to 2 feet of snow. So that is it for the first storm. Now we're going to be looking at the second storm, because this one will have a lot more snow to bring with it. Actually, a little bit more snow, especially for northern Washington. You can see up to about 3-4 feet of snow in northern Washington from all these storms. Same for Mount Adams, Mount St. Helens, and Mount Rainier, that area near Portland. Just a light dusting still for Portland. Then the Cascades in Oregon, anywhere from 6 inches to about 3.5 feet of snow, maybe 4 feet of snow. Mount Shasta, almost 5 feet of snow. And then if you live in Tahoe or anywhere in the Sierras, you could expect 3 to 5 feet of snow from this entire thing. Now we're going to look at the total accumulations of precipitation. So it is showing about 2 inches-ish of rain for much of the Willamette Valley where Portland is. Not a whole lot of rain for Seattle, maybe an inch and a half. But then it is showing about an inch of rain for Central California. Not a whole lot, but it is a little bit. So if you guys do get heavy rain in a short period of time and it starts accumulating, I would recommend staying indoors because flooding may be possible with this, especially up more in the northwest. So a good amount of flooding is possible with these storms. So yeah, that is pretty much all for the atmospheric rivers in the northwest. So thank you guys for watching this video. That is all for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Please consider subscribing, liking, and sharing this video with your family and friends if you enjoyed it. And I'll see you in my next video. Goodbye.